What's going on, everybody? It's your favorite Splenda daddy. Here in the kitchen, we're gonna make anabolic French toast. There's so many different variations you can do. I'm gonna do like a lower calorie version and then like a regular white bread version. And then I'm gonna add some toppings like chocolate chip and blueberries. And then I'm gonna break down all the calories. The good thing about this is it only requires like sweetener, cinnamon, egg white, and bread. And it's pretty simple. You can prep this ahead of time if you want by putting the egg white in a big container, leaving it in the fridge with the cinnamon and have it ready. Or you can just make it fresh. It doesn't take long. And we're gonna go over how to make this. I'm just gonna turn the stove on to let it heat up. The best option to do this is to do like a low heat. I usually do higher heat just because I'm hungry and I want to get it done faster. But the best taste technically is over a low heat. Usually I'll put all 4 pieces of bread in this one little pan. I don't care if they all stick together, but for today I'm going to show you on 2 different ones so they just look nice and pretty for you. So it's 12:30 at night. I wanted the fam here to try out some of the food and tell me which one was the best, but I'll cook another batch and have them try it. So let's go ahead and get into this. Let me turn this stove on. So when you're trying to lose weight, an important thing is cooking spray. You don't want to use oil, you don't want to use butter. Those things are very high in calories and all it needs is a little amount. We'll eventually do a calorie or a nutrition fact label reading session, I guess, a video on that. So generally what I do, you can do whatever you want, but I generally put 50 grams of egg white per piece of bread. So today I have 4 pieces of bread. I'm gonna use 200 grams of egg white. And then of course you need your scale and some type of tracker. I use Carb Manager, I think it is. I'll double check that, but some people use MyFitnessPal. Whatever, it doesn't matter. Do which one you like, but track your calories if you're trying to lose or manage your weight. Even bulking too as well, if you want to do it the clean way. So I'm just going to put 200 grams. 202, not too bad, whatever, we'll keep it. Now I'm starting to experiment with different sweeteners. I do like Splenda, but I hear I do have erythritol, which is more of a natural sweetener. I'm going to try it out because I saw it in different recipes and all these different sweeteners have different tastes, so you should find the one that you like. But I do like Splenda. So I'm gonna do 4 packets. I do 1 packet per toast. And I'm just gonna measure it just to see. I usually don't measure this. It's supposed to be 1 gram per packet, exactly 4 grams. And then cinnamon, however much you like. You can put vanilla extract in there too. To me, it doesn't make much of a difference, but I know some people do that. We're just gonna stir everything together real quick. And then I already weighed out all the bread, so I have all the measurements, so I'm not really paying attention, but usually on just a regular day I'd be measuring it and doing it as I go. Usually I just hold them all in my hand at the same time and put each one in. It'd be easier if you just had a big ass container and you put all of them in at the same time and let them soak up. And as you can see, at about 50 mLs of egg white, it usually soaks up pretty good to the last one, to the last piece of bread. So you can see there's no, well, barely any liquid left. And then wash my hands. Now with the cooking sprays, you only want to do like a 1/4 second spray. You don't want to put too much because these things, even though it says 0 calories, there's still calories in there. But just based on this small amount, they don't have to label it as calories if you do 1/4 second of a spray. So food labels aren't always, they lie too, so just be cautious of what you're doing. See, I just did a couple squirts and not long sprays or anything like that. No need to get crazy. All right, so I'm gonna just put 2 and 2. And we're just gonna let those cook, but right now I'm gonna start putting the toppings in on the wet side as the bottom side's cooking. So I want you guys to see a difference in the food choices you make. I'm gonna put 30 grams of frozen blueberries. Or I'm gonna try to put them on a scale. We'll see. Okay, so this is 30 grams of blueberries versus 5 grams of chocolate chips. So I want you guys to take a look at this. You see the amount of blueberries here? This is 30 grams of blueberries versus 5 grams of chocolate chips. Within this 5 grams, you have 29 calories. And in 30 grams of blueberries, you have 15 calories. Now, if you're gonna use chocolate chip with your French toast, just do it liberally. Put a couple pieces, get that chocolate fix, and then move on with your day. The blueberries are pretty good. Most fruits in general are pretty low calorie, so you can eat a lot of it. I used to be a carbophobe, which I was scared of carbs because I did a low carb diet. I lost a bunch of weight when I was in high school, and for many years I was afraid of carbs, and that's just not the way to go. I try to keep a balanced diet. I wouldn't say necessarily the healthiest, like I don't include all the food groups, but I know how to gain and lose weight. It's basically calorie in, calorie out. Now while it's cooking, I just generally throw some, I just stick them in. Same thing with the chocolate chips. You just kind of push them in. I'm just gonna take a quick check. I'm cooking it a little bit faster than I normally, or I'm probably cooking it as fast as I usually do. As you can see, that's pretty nice and toasty looking. You're gonna notice if you eat with these 45 calorie pieces of bread that they don't taste as good, but I feel like they're good enough to get you through if you're trying to really cut calories. The 45 cal bread, it's 45 calories per slice versus the white bread. This one's 70. They're generally 60 to 70 per slice. The only way you really know is by reading the label and then weighing it. Each slice is always different. The labels don't have it 100% right, but that's the way to go. I'm gonna turn it down just a little bit. I think they're about done. This is the side I first cooked it on. It looks nice and brown and even, but whenever I flip them, anyways, whenever I do, they create like this browning in the middle part, and then the outsides are a little, it's still fully cooked. They just don't look as brown as the inside, and it's still good. So the thing about this, it helps you feel full because you're putting all that egg white into that bread. And as you'll eat it, once you try it out, you'll notice like, oh man, I just ate a lot of food, even though the calories aren't that bad. And that's the whole point of doing this. High protein foods, low in fat usually. Fats are okay, but you just got to use them in moderation, because the more fats you eat, the faster the calories go up into your total count. When I eat the French toast, I usually just eat the 45 calorie bread, egg white, cinnamon, and Splenda, and that's it. It's simple, it's very low calorie, and it makes you feel full. I'm gonna do a breakdown of all the of all the different combinations I did. So I did one with just a 45 calorie bread, one white bread with egg whites. One of them I did a 45 calorie bread with blueberries, and then one with chocolate chip. Then I did the same with the white. I had a blueberry one, a plain one, and a chocolate chip one. And I'm gonna break those down in the video just so you can see different calorie, protein, carbs that you would get. And then I usually eat 4, so then I'll also multiply it by 4 just so you can have a general idea of what you're eating or what a meal might look like. Depending on your calorie needs, you might have to eat a couple more or eat a couple less. So here, this is a 45 calorie bread. I only put 2 chocolate chips in. It was just supposed to be like a sample taste test. I already know which ones I like. I like the white bread. It's super good to me. But I don't eat it as much, because if you eat 4 of those, you're gonna have extra 15 calories per slice generally, which is 60 calories. And trust me, all this stuff adds up at the end of the day. But let's give it a try. The chocolate chip really makes it, to me, makes it taste a lot better. But another thing, if you want to top things, you got to get like sugar-free syrup. They're usually like 5 to 10, 15 calories at most, versus regular syrup, full of sugar, honey, whatever. Those can run up to like 50, 60 calories per serving. All you need is 30 milliliters. And I'll show you guys what 30 milliliters looks like. It's not too much. Use my dirty little blueberry bowl. Oop. The syrup usually tastes good to me, but like I said, I just take it and go eat it. Just eat it like regular crackers or something. But it does help, especially when you're eating this 45 calorie bread and you're bored. When you're dealing with frozen blueberries, they like to bleed. So just be aware of that. Even when they're frozen, you touch them, they stain your fingers. So wear some gloves or dump them out. Try not to poke them unless you don't mind having blueberry fingers, which I don't care.